Hello viewers, welcome back to the No Bus Fan. Welcome back to Brassard, Quebec. This is basically just a little follow-up video I thought I'd do because I had mentioned I would want to do something like this when the Terminus Panama move was complete. And as you can see behind me, it has happened as of, I believe, the 8th of June. It's now the 29th, mind you. But as of the 8th of June, this terminus has now been moved to this new temporary location. Basically, the old terminus has basically been completely dug up by now already. It really didn't take them long. Within a week, it was basically a mound of dirt that replaced the old parking lot for the original Terminus Panama. So I thought I'd give you a quick little tour and yeah, just to show you just a quick little look at the layout now that there's actually buses running through here, as you can very well tell. And just give you a quick look at things here, just so I finally get around to this one. So without further ado, let's take a look. Right off the bat, you're gonna have to pardon me for any wind noise. I mistakenly forgot the little adapter cable allows me to use my Rode Video Mic Pro on my iPhone, so dealing with the internal mic, so less wind prevention of sorts. But anyway, what matters is that you get to see what's changed here. And as you can remember from my Hotspots of Montreal Transit video on this place, I did do a little quick look at this spot before it was open. Before there was no road where those buses are parked. They actually got that done relatively fast. Of course, everything was sort of held up due to COVID-19 because they didn't want to have all these construction sites running too much. But you can get the idea. You look down there, there's a bunch of buses parked. All the buses are on one side now instead of having sort of a divided layout that they had before in the old terminus where the 45 was on the opposite side of the road. Now everything is, or actually no, it wasn't on the opposite side, it was more like an L shape. Now it's just one long line of stops. And of course, the whole reason behind this, as you can see, in the middle of the highway, the REM station is starting to stick up from the ground. And from the last time I filmed here, it's actually done quite a bit of progress. The foundation is actually going in, or at least it's partially in now. So just to show how quick the REM is going up, it's coming up like a weed, but it's not a bad weed, let's just say. There's some buses lined up there just for a nice shot. There you go. But yeah, so that's basically how they've done it. For the most of the terminus, it looks like this. But we'll move down there and I'll show you what else is going on towards the end as a couple of guys leave here. Crisscrossing, he's going to go park, and the 45 is going to come out and go and start a run down at the end. The 45 stops. But yeah, I always liked the 2007s just for how they sound. What it will definitely give this place as a plus over the old terminus is just how wide this area is to walk. I mean, I'm using the wide angle camera so it looks bigger, but it is pretty big nonetheless, giving a bit more usable space to move around in when you're walking from end to end here, which is quite smart, especially if there's a lot of people waiting around for whatever reason. Of course, now there's not as many because COVID is still a thing and there's still less people taking transit, but a little more than before. It's getting a little bit better, at least here in Montreal, Quebec, Canada in general. Next, as we come around this bend here, I've come across from where we were before. As you can see, that's the main terminus where we were. But over here, there is one other stop. And here, actually, here's a bus from my neck of the woods. Actually, that's the bus that goes to my place. Right on. And there's the one that goes to La Prairie and the one that goes to Delson right behind it. So this is the stop for, as you can guess, for all out of town transit. Adowexo, as they say. There was this one. This doesn't have any colors on it. Old Prevost. And actually, just down behind this mound of gravel, you can't really see very clearly, but I'm not going to necessarily go over there. There's 3 other stops. So in total, there are 17 stops here at this new terminus. 2 more than the old terminus, actually. Used to be just 15. Here goes. It says Saint-Roussillon. That's what it used to be called. It's actually Exo-Roussillon. And he's bound for downtown, as you can see. So basically, out-of-town buses can stop here to pick up on its way back to their local areas. Actually, he's going back to Delson. He picked up. And if not, they can drop off to go downtown by going straight down that road, or looping around if they're going to go back by Tasho, like those EXO buses are doing down there. And right in there, that viaduct used to be where the bus lane went. Used to go through here and then turn into there and then go between the highway to access Highway 10 and the Champlain Bridge to go into Montreal. And now that's where the REM station is being built, and you can't even see through there anymore. You used to be able to see right through. Now all I can see, and the camera can't really pick it up, is the molding, I guess you could say, for the foundation of the REM station. So good repurposing of existing infrastructure. I do like that. But as you can see, that's basically all the existing infrastructure that they used. Everything else is being changed, and this used to be, not very long ago, oops, if it'll focus through the fence, there you go. This used to be, not that very long ago, the main parking for the terminus, and it was closed earlier on. They were using it to store their work vehicles for a while. Actually, let's go to the ultra wide. There we go. And now they've completely dug it up, mounds of rock and gravel, as you can see. They used to be able to walk here. This used to be the very edge of the parking lot. And now, behind all this rock, they're putting in foundational elements for, I'm guessing, walking paths or new roads, or the new terminus that will eventually be here instead. I'm guessing. I'm guessing they're kind of reversing things. They're probably going to put the terminus here, so it's in proximity to the station. There's another crane, by the way, just to show how much of a crazy project this is, how much equipment there is. Yeah, so they're probably going to put the terminus closer to here where we are, as opposed to where it is. You can barely see down there. You can see the old sign very, very far away. So that's where the terminus used to be. And now I'm guessing it's going to be closer because obviously it would make sense because it would be closer to the station. And actually, that looks like some sort of building going up there. That might have to do with the terminus. Maybe it'll be an indoor terminus. I like Terminus Panama. That would make sense. That would be cool. A bit more modern, you know, air conditioned, climate controlled for all sorts of, for all seasons, I should say, instead of freezing our butts off out here or boiling in the summer as we have been lately. But yeah, this has changed really quickly as has become the theme with the whole REM project in general. It's just everything has gone from drawings to reality, or to, you know, at least shovels in the ground very, very fast. Yeah, just tons of work going on, and really a complete change of how this terminus is structured, at least for now. And then it'll change again in 1.5 to 2 years, I'm guessing, when they open this portion of the REM. They say 2021, but it could be a little bit later because of COVID, of course, having pushed things back and obvious stuff. I mean, we rarely have a project here that finishes on time. That's kind of become a sort of a running theme, or running joke rather. Here, we'll get another view. Bit of a running theme or running joke in Quebec. But in the end, we'll get our rapid transit as this guy goes on through. And just for one last view, I have decided to come over here. So here's those last two stops, 16 and 17, as you can see. Just to give you one more little angle here. Here's that building of sorts that I saw from the other end. I'm guessing it's a building. Oh, there comes the 32. I would go further down, but there's a sign saying I can't, so I'm not gonna test my luck, because there are construction workers and whatever hanging around being like, no, you can't go there. So, and again, pardon the wind because it is breezier here. But yeah, so yeah, all this going on here, and of course there's the original terminus, which I'll probably splice in a shot that I filmed from the Hotspots video, showing it's still running on that day that I filmed that. But now there's a bunch of construction equipment. I'm guessing they're starting to dig up around there, but they haven't taken down any of the shelters yet. And yet another bus comes on out. 47. And much wind, so sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so that basically covers everything that's changed. It's a lot, though. It really is a lot that they've done here. It's incredible how quick it's happened. It's not even been a month yet since the temporary terminus has been opened. And already there's so much going on in there, and well, we're going to see the fruits of that in the next year or two with the REM opening and the movement of the terminus to there, and a more permanent terminus, that is. So yeah, in other words, that basically concludes this little video, this little update of what's been going on here at Terminus Panama after my hotspots video that I did before they moved everything to the temporary location. I hope you enjoyed it, of course, as always, and if you did, definitely consider liking, subscribing if you haven't already, getting notified, all that good stuff. And of course, as I've been stressing, I hope I'm not driving anybody nuts about it. Support me on Coffee if you feel so inclined. Coffee.com/TheNovaBusFan. Link in the description below. As always, a little donation goes a long way. It's definitely a little bit more meaningful than the normal like and comment. But of course, I do appreciate all sorts of support, and I appreciate where this channel is going, and I'm looking forward to to more progress in the future and whatnot. And hopefully less wind in the video, so I am really sorry if it's really windy. I hope you guys can hear me. I hope it's going to be too bad, because I'm going to have to re-record this. Anyway, that's about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I guess I'll see you all somewhere down the line very soon. Cheers.